Hi, I'm Antje Boyd.
And I'm Brody Boyd.
And for over 10 years, we've been helping thousands of women all over the world to finally have the love that they really want. Welcome to the Magnetize Your Man podcast and enjoy this new episode. Four beautiful things that tell men that you are high caliber. In this video, you will discover the for sure signs that a man knows that you are it, something that men are really looking for. And when I talk about high caliber, I mean really being classy, quality. I don't necessarily mean I'm not talking about entitlement. I'm not talking about being, aloof or, in some sort of kind of distorted way. But I'm actually talking about authentically you. Now, of course, I'm your host, Antje Boyd, founder and creator of the Magnetize Your Man method. And look, this is the channel where we magnetize your man so that the man you want, desires, and yes, pursues you forever. And of course, make sure to subscribe to this video with a girlfriend, share it as well so you get notified for more juicy videos coming your way. So let's go ahead and dive right into the four beautiful things that tell men that you are high caliber. Number 4, you spend me time. Okay, here's a story. 12 years ago, I was dating this guy. And he had a boat and he had this life going on and women were after him left and right. And he, we were dating and, he on a Sunday again asked me out to go sailing, with the group with him. And I realized at that point, and you want to really see if that's true for you, that I realized that he had become sort of the source of my entertainment. He had become the source of my sort of happiness and excitement and state changes. And what really hit me was, okay, I actually have to learn how to create this by myself so I can have a truly interdependent relationship with this guy, because otherwise I'm like totally codependent, right? And I'm actually feeding into my anxious attachment style. So I called him up and I said, you know what? Today is Antje Day. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, it's summer, it's Sunday. Like, everybody would love to be on a boat with me. And like, you're turning me down because you have something better to do. Yes. And that was so powerful because I ended up getting my nails done, had lunch with a girlfriend, all those things. But not only that, also he started to pursue me even more. And what that really showed is that what you tell yourself, the story you tell yourself, right? If I turn down a man, then he's not going to pursue me again. Then he's going to think I'm not interested. But it's actually not true because the quality of men you attract into your life is directly proportional to the relationship that you have with yourself. So the more you invest in yourself, meaning me time as well, the more that will be reflected back to you as well, right? So he's actually going to invest into you as well. Now, of course, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? I'm always curious. Let's hop into number 3, which is no rush. So what I'm picturing here is just a grounded woman, right? She doesn't think she has to get somewhere to get something. She can get everything in the moment, right? So she doesn't have to get married to get something. She doesn't have to get engaged to get something. She doesn't have to move in together to get something. But whatever she seeks, she finds inside of herself. Now, this is extremely attractive because that actually has you stop focusing on the external and having that external validation and having that external sort of, like this and this needs to happen first. And there's always the next stage, right? There's always the next thing I want. And there's always this lack of satisfaction, which of course, when a man feels you're not really satisfied, you're not really happy, like that there's something wrong with him, right? Because men make it about themselves. So when you're happy, and I think they made you happy. So when you're not in a rush, right? They think like, wow, I can make this woman happy. Then they actually continue to pursue you. So try that out and let me know how it goes. Now, if you like this content so far, go ahead and subscribe. Press that bell as well so you get notified for more juicy videos coming your way. Number 2 is my favorite, which is having balanced archetypes. Now, archetypes are energies inside of ourselves. So we may have like a playful part inside of ourselves, right? Like a giddy part, like a totally silly part. And we may have like a super like leader, CEO, I've got my stuff together part. And I also may have my kind of, like this, I call it like the wise woman. It's like really wise. It's really expansive. I'm connecting with God. I'm connecting with something that surpasses human understanding. That's not tangible, right? And also there's a primal part, right? Like when we're screaming, when we're in our bodies, right? Even like when we're ecstatically dancing in a certain way, that's another energy. So those are all the different archetypes, all the different energies that are inside of yourself. And usually what happens is when a woman gives her power away, it's because those archetypes are highly imbalanced, right? So either she's afraid of her wild woman, so she doesn't really want to step into her power because she really doesn't trust her power. So what she does, focus a lot of time on the worker bee energy, right? And she judges the little girl inside of herself. She can't allow herself to access that because she always has to have it together, right? Or she's like, so much little girl, and it's not balanced with the priestess, right? It's not balanced with actually also focusing on yourself and actually focusing on your personal development. So there's many different ways how that can occur, how the imbalance can occur. But what you want to pay attention to is that your archetypes are balanced, that you're actually spending time, that you're actually doing exercises that keep you in balance. Now, speaking of that, I have something really juicy coming up this Saturday, February 12th, which is my Magnetize Your Man Masterclass, of course, on Valentine's Day weekend. So if you want to join the party, then hop on over to mymclass.com. I will be teaching my 5-step formula that I teach my high-end clients that have attracted their man within weeks of working with me. So hop on over to mymclass.com, and I'm super excited to see you there. And finally, number 1, like what tells a man that you are high caliber is you are curious versus judgmental. That actually speaks of intelligence, because when we are judgmental, we're actually making split-second decisions, and we want to be right, and we want to create certainty. So we're actually working more on the lizard brain. We're actually working more from a survival standpoint. However, what makes him see you as high caliber is when you can actually step outside of that survival standpoint into the observer and actually become curious, right? Like I can actually be with the unknown for a while, with the uncertainty. I feel safe with that. I have a capacity inside of myself to be with that uncertainty so that I can actually take on a different perspective, be curious about it, be curious about my own behavior. because it also shows him that you are very interested and invested in personal development, in growing yourself. And that, of course, is very attractive because that's one of the things that a man is looking for. Can I grow with this woman? Now, my husband worked with men for 10 years. So we have this insight into the male psychology and have interviewed hundreds of men over the years of what they're really looking for. This is really one of the things, right? Like they really want to make sure, can I grow with this other person? Now, if you haven't done so already, take my free Magnetize Your Man quiz. Hop on over to mymquiz.com. And if you haven't done so already, watch next. When a man deeply loves you, he will start saying these 5 things. Ladies, this is it for tonight. Lots of love, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, you made it to the end of the show. If you know someone who could benefit from this podcast, please share it with a friend. Also, if you would like to book a free relationship clarity call with me or one of my trained experts on my team to help you achieve your dating or relationship goals, go to mymcall.com. Now that's mymcall.com and apply for a spot there as available. Talk soon.